Hello, welcome all, welcome. So, today's stream, of course, is Monster Hunter. Let me set the pinned comment for those who will come by for the live stream, who may or may not want to join. Lobby ID Victor 64 3 Quebec 77 Delta. Yep, that looks good to me. Pin. Let's get to it. As usual, we'll go Dealer's choice to start with. What do I fancy playing? What do I fancy playing with? Let's start with a Congalala hunt. Just because why not, right? And we'll go, hold on. Oh yeah, the Congalala's right there. I was going to say, where is it on the map? It's not even showing, but it's because it was flashing so mildly. I was going cross-eyed. What do I want to start with then? You know what? It feels like I haven't played with the bow for a while. I think Stupid Fart Monkey is weak to water, right? Recommended fire and ice. But I know I don't have an ice bow. I do have a fire bow though. Excellent. Then let's go with this one because I'm feeling risky. Mix it up a bit, use one with a voucher. At the end of the day, they all give insurance, so it'll be really handy against a Congalala here. I'm sure you get the sentiment behind it. Right, let's breed this skit. Sure thing, better handler. I mean, he's better, but it's by a questionable amount. Because both of them kind of suck anyway. Just, someone's got to spit facts. I guess it shall be me. Feels like I haven't played both in forever. Also, is it just me or is this a really big Congalala? Dude, this is a big Congalala, I feel. He didn't actually get me, it was just the tremor. Then we'll go 1,000 dragons. Should have got a little closer. But even that. Wrong one. When I say wrong one, I meant because I used the Dragon Piercer. Not quite the plan there. Then we can hit here. Yeah, I was questioning whether or not I was even close enough for that. But I still want to try and make it work. Ow. Let's go for a big hailstorm this time. Yeah! I do prefer doing them as solo, but sometimes it's fun just to do that. you. Then we'll grab this. Apparently I didn't also lock in on the tail. I wonder why. Oh well. Doesn't really matter. Huh. Double knockdown. Thank you. I've already done the 50 captures achievement, so I'm not fussed about capturing. Nice. Just about managed to brush the tail on the way through. On the way out. Oh, damn it. I should have moved further ahead of him. Let's go here. He'll probably still try to run back to base. Yeah. I'm not surprised. Again, this is Wilds after all. Imagine if that was the killing shot. That would have been a pretty cool kill cam. That's a shame. Yeah, it was very close to being it though. Nice. Decent warm-up, helps put you back into the swing of things. I feel like that should have been a crowned Kongolala. No. Apparently that Kongolala was not good enough. Question is... No, I don't have anything good there. I think I'm still waiting on the... Arch-Tempered Uthduna, right? They haven't added AT Uthduna in yet. I'm sure they'll do it after the current events that are on. They'll stick it in there. You know what, let's go and kill Lagiacrus with one of the weapons that I haven't killed him with yet. Where are you? You're up here somewhere, right? Seaborn Lord. I still need to make all the armour to then use it as layered.
Make sure you're prepared.
If I recall correctly. So, I don't think I've done Lagiacrus yet with... I think I've done it with dual blades now, already? I haven't done it with hammer. I haven't done it with doot stick. I haven't done it with gun lance. Haven't done it with any ranged options yet either, nor insect glaive, or the X forms. So... I said before I was going to go around the list. I want to say I've already done sword and shield. Wait, maybe I haven't done dual blades then. That's an interesting point. Let's use this build and just go for it. Yeah, dual blades. Really, I need to find tempered ones, so I can use that as the base, but that's okay. Can still do it with regular ones. I can still do regular Lagiacruses, but At the end of the day, I'm sure I'll do all weapons with tempered ones with each weapon as well. Did quite a few of them. Did a few weapons tempered anyway, before I recall. Wish I could remember which ones, but I know I did them. Excuse me, Lagiacrus, can you not do that, mate? Yeah, I meant that in particular. That's something you cannot do. Oopsie. Oh well, this build has a very important thing. The crutch mantle. Whatever the hell I called it before. Oh yeah, fair and balanced mantle. Also, this build has insane water resistance and decent thunder. It's actually not awful for this fight. Realistically, thunder would be the preferred resistance, but can't really complain. You can complain about my skill issue there, though. Just because I haven't fought him in a couple of days doesn't mean I shouldn't be able to not kill him. Come on, let's do better than this. Yes, you can use the train there in combat, but only when Uthduna goes into it. Nobody else really goes into the water. Nope. Oof. Feel like I should have been hit there. But I'll take the temp wound. The lightning bolt attacks are nice because they're well orchestrated, making it really easy. How about we step away from the tail for a smidge? Nice. That's pretty good. Down you go. Heading down to area 15. On we go. So, up we go. No, that's not right. There we go. Now you're getting into the swing of it. Right. This is going to be the time. I can feel it. It's this one. This is the one. Yeah. Oh. Damn you, Rathalos. Foiled. Or as the old saying goes, hoisted by my own petard. Even though technically not really. And yes, both these monsters are actually weak to each other. Humorously. Lagiacrus has fire as a weakness, and Rathalos is actually 2 times weak because it has both water and thunder as weaknesses, where water is its main weakness. Nice. Lagiacrus looks angry. Yeah, it usually does. Okay, he's going to the... Actually, I could probably just cut him on the rocks. I was going to say he's going towards his little base, but we can get a early detour in. Pop, 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 pop. Unlike Uthduna, Lagiacrus is actually fast, so you do actually have to race him to here. And yes, you did just see me dismount from my Sekirei and catch the jump attack to go down the body. Alright. Lagiacrus doesn't want to mess with this. Fine. You tried? Wait a second. What? I'm just unlocking myself. There we go. I had to reorientate on the map to work out where the hell I actually wanted and needed to go to. That's on me. Normally that would have been quicker to teleport than riding over here, but in that instance I feel like I could have ridden over here quicker. Just from being a derp. Nothing new there then. Oh, I was trying to get some extra hits in on land. So the last couple of times I've done, I've actually felt like instead of controlling up and down, I felt like using focus mode and just jumping at and doing jumps / dodges feels better. Come on, Lagiacrus, over here. Nice. Take it. Okay, too far away. But see, with focus mode you can also determine whether you're going above or below where you are, which is helpful. Nice. I could probably just keep comboing this for a sec. Again, I kind of wish that the underwater combat was a little more adept than this. Shocking. So true, Portable. So true. Nice to have you here as always, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Hope your day is going well. And of course, always feel free to come and join me whenever you would like, if the idea does as such entice you. No pressures or stresses either way. Yeah, I didn't know what to hunt right now, Portable, so I thought, hey, let's do Lagiacrus with weapons I can't quite remember whether or not I actually took him out with. Can't remember where I finished on dual blades or finished shy of the dual blades. I think I came to the conclusion I haven't fought him with dual blades yet. You're doing good? Glad to hear, glad to hear. Excuse me, that's not nice. Ow, the tail swipe. Anyway, slinger kill. I don't think I've done a slinger kill yet in Wilds, have I? That might be the first one. Or one of very few at least, I feel. Marvellous. Let's go for... Actually, anything good in the stuff? Probably not. I've got a couple Lagiacruses as it is, so I don't need to worry as much about them. Let's... screw it. Lagiacrus, next weapon. I'm doing just fine, thank you, Portable, for asking. Doing just fine, buddy. Today was the last day of having to worry about the nephews at school for 6 weeks now. All the kids are on school holidays, so I don't need to be doing uncle duties quite as much. Oh, for the midday picking up at school duties anyway. I'm sure I'll still be needed with help with a few bits here and there. Right, hammer time. Let's go. I still maintain that for Wilds I've kind of fallen out of love with the hammer, but doesn't mean I can't use it.
Okay, let's head out.
Let's do it, Eric. See? He's a cool guy. Next. Can I stand on this rubble? No, not really. It did have a stop Lagiacrus from being able to attack me for a second there. Don't think I didn't notice, because I sure did. Let's get some dismount attacks. Yeah. Bang. That's pretty good. I like that. Bang. Bang. Pow. Thwack. Down you come. Down you go. Nice little KO. I was trying to get that off. It's a shame. Nope, not what I wanted. The attack I wanted, but not at the right time or place. Ow. Bear and balance mantle, go. Down you come. That was pretty neat. And no, that wasn't coincidence. That actually was what I was trying to do. Ow. Oh well, I got a hit in. Consider that a decent trade. Here we go again. Ah, too late. Because I was busy trying to take my mantle off. Ow, I hit through one but not the other. I think my mantle's out, annoyingly, like the worst time possible. Luckily Lagiacrus was kind and decided that I wasn't worthy of being attacked in that moment. Lagiacrus truly gets the gentleman's honour. Right, this is going to be the one. This is the time where I'm going to jump attack straight down into Lagiacrus and the hit's going to land. I can feels it.
The monster dropped something.
Not quite what I wanted. Alright, fine, Millsy. See ya. That was not the time. That was very much not the time. Okay. Onward. That just means I have time to wait for this shenanigans to finish up. This is the equivalent of going to the Winchester, having a pint and waiting for all this to blow over. Ow. Nice. The ledge drop there worked in my favour. Not intentional, but worked. Let's try Lagiacrus. And bop. Down you come. Nice. And the head's been put at a good spot. It's also KO'd. Marvellous. Tasty little 400. Right, here we go. I'll probably miss it this time. Don't think I'm quick enough here. Mind you, the window isn't that short. I should still have time to hit the boulder. I mean, the window's short, don't get me wrong, but it's not like missing out by like a quarter of a second means I won't get it anymore. See? Totally fine. Yeah! Oh man! Paralysis happened after I did the KO there. That was a wasted KO in my eyes. That's fine, he's going to base now. So, let's quickly grab this. I say quickly, does it and I do it at the speed of a slug. Good job. But see, it's a lot quicker when you don't stun lock yourself on the map. Just. Then it's going to go into the water. No wait, I don't need to use my Sekiro for this. Get off. just. Yeah, just. I'd say it's a pretty apt description of things. That wasn't quite where I wanted to clutch on. No, I did get it actually. Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, this time Lagiacrus isn't stopping me from just constantly punching him, is he? Nice. Punchy, punchy. They really need to add a bit more to underwater combat. This is cool and all, but after you see it a couple times, it's just a whatever. That doesn't quite satiate my old thirst for the, Oh, I'm getting, comboed. Let's swim out of that. Hey, I'm over here. Thanks for charging after me. It'd be a shame if something happened to you. Oh. Never mind. He was too far away then. Miscalculated my end. That's what I get for being cocky. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. There we go. That works. I didn't push him up to get. I didn't go near the wall. That's on me. He'll still come up though. It's fine. Ah, so close to the attack being an offset there. Well, I was aiming for it to be an offset, but... That's a good point. I can use the that attack, the charge step, to bring myself down to a level 1, to then get the... Oh no, actually it charges it up, never mind. That's why it's called a charged step. Meh. Oh, that would have been so cool if he was ever so slightly differently with the timings there. I think he needed to be slightly earlier? No, slightly later. Nice. Good stuff. I like it. Awesome. Another weapon bites the dust, but let's break up the Lagiacruses with different monsters, shall we? Any particular requests portable, or I assume you just want me to run an Arkveld? I think I've got an Arkveld somewhere in my quests, in my investigations. Let's have a little look. No, not you. The request is no request. Okay. I don't have a tempered Arkveld right now, so let's just do the almost equivalent. See how I get on. Except I say that, but this is probably my favourite weapon to hunt Zoshia with, so this should be fine. So am I trying to cover up.
Okay, Hunter. Eyes keen, mind sharp.
Sure thing, Eric. Thanks for being a cool supporter.
Must be sure to use them.
I was going to say support hunter. He doesn't really hunt. Should have equipped the Rocksteady after hitting him. That's a me issue. Nice tail, buddy. You almost hit me with it. Let's not forget that the tail is also red. And straight back in. The big boppies go. It's back health. Again, I want 2 wounds. I could also just forgo the whole having the mounting finisher and give 3 wounds instead, but I think I'm content doing this. Stripper pole, go. And yes, I want the one on his back. I am playing with an insect glaive after all, so I can get to that rather easily. Even though he's on the floor, he's still Zoshia, so he's still huge. Meaning I don't really miss anything. Ah, I missed. It's fine. I got red anyway. Nope. That's mean. And that was close. Let me just quickly nip out my health potion. I mean, of course, when you're playing with an insect glaive, everything's a health potion. Pop. I kid, but that just shows off how good the healing can be. That part of the procedure is not a joke. Nice, I got the wing. Down you come. Raw, except not really, because he got flinched. Oh, I was about to dodge. I was a bit too far off there in timing. And yes, I want to try and keep that wound on his hand. I'll come for that in a second. Like now, nice miss. But hey, I didn't take damage, so it worked out in the end. Is I suppose one way to look at it. That roar actually helped me there. Not copium, literally. The roar let my meant that the second hit I was about to do wasn't going to give me the wrong colour. Just break this down. Then I'll grab Wormsbane or the Thunder Body, or I don't really care. For the purposes of Zoshia, they fulfill the same purpose. Shame my colours ran out though. Oh well. Such is life, right? Let's go for the head one again. Neat. We'll take that wound, thank you. Ow. Fire. No? Oh, fireball, duh. Good. That felt a little bit cheated. Actually, no, that took the beat. I think I was just on the edge of that. You could see where the markings of where the hit was and where my body was there. They were one and the same. I also do need to sharpen. No, maybe not die again. Nice miss. Is there the stuff on the ceiling yet? Yeah. So I can do this. That was close though. His head almost wasn't on it. But yeah, now I've got layered weapons, I might change the this build to have a Artian dragon weapon and use this as the layered armor. I don't know. Mind you, this isn't really a build I use too often as it is. Oh no, here we go. Ooh. Yep. Couldn't quite get the dodge, the dive to recover me. That's why you gotta be selective with it. Because I used it too many times in quick succession.
I'm glad you're all right.
You need to sharpen when you can just go back in the box. I mean, the people that stay alive need to sharpen because they don't get to go back to the box. That's who? The people that don't die. I should have moved around again. One more jump would have got me closer. Oh well. Got him. He got me. 1 for 1, Zoshia. And my least favourite part of the hunt. The part where I get hit by twice the amount of things that I can't see very well. Now it's the fireballs and the lightning. Yay. Thanks for being the same colours. Ow. Is there a... Are these temp wounds or are these legit wounds? It doesn't really matter when I get the same result. Would it have mattered? No. I was trying to roll in a way that would get me under the foot and I messed it up. Oopsie. It happens, right? Tony says no, it doesn't just happen. Alright, Tony. That's fine, mate. Ooh, random fire from the from all over the place. Got on charge to me. And this isn't really charging, but it's walking at a faster than average pace for sure. That much can be agreed upon. Let's grab one. Nice. I'll take that. Then let's finish it off on the head. Yeah, I was going to say the back this time, but no. I had room to move to the head. That's what she said. What an epic slinger hook shot there for that 2 damage or whatever. That's the MVP hit of the hunt. Couldn't quite dodge under that one, could I? Silly me. I think I walked into that one somehow. That wasn't even an attempt at a dodge, that was just bad. There we go. Slinger kill again? Remember how I said earlier I don't recall having a slinger kill yet in Wilds, and then today I've done 2 of them? Yeah, Pepperidge Farm remembers. Neat. Extra resources for the whatevers. All good. Right. Let's go back to Lagiacrus. Can I please have... Nope. Yep. You know what, there's even one here for a Lagiacrus and a Gemma? Holy heck. My dream has come true. Then we'll go as a field survey with this. Might be the best camp. I think it's one of these ones. Yeah, I think it's one of these ones. So I just did hammer. Next round on the rotation would be lance, but I've beaten Lagiacrus with lance a couple times. So that leaves us with the next option of gun lance. Oh, hold on, doot stick in between. Doot stick. I said I might forge a ice doot stick for this occasion, but nah. We're just gliding in the... What? Okay. Great gliding. 10 out of 10. Would go head first into the trees again. Alright, this one's going to be fun. With a T-based doot stick build. I was a bit late on my stuff there. I'm just stacking up all three of the basic stuff. Couldn't quite backwards roll quick enough for that. Unsurprisingly. No, nice try. Oof. This Lagiacrus is angry. Oops. And if you're wondering, insurance doesn't proc when it's a field survey. I'm fairly certain. You can see I've still got like just under 10 minutes of the meal, so
We have supply items from the guild.
it would have otherwise procced it. Luckily my song stack has been kept as it is. Nice, I can get in now. Now we get moving. Again, offset melodies on Doot Stick are just kind of a pain. I just kind of ignore them. Not gonna lie. If I fail with this build, by the way, I might be making a very specific ice Doot Stick build. For now, I'm happy with this. Oof. That's a hit and a half. So like if any hit should be, any casual attack should have been an offset attack, that would be the one. That was pretty neat. The Doot Stick bopping him on the head at the most perfect moment. But no, it's fine. I just have to play an awkward melody and then wait 500,000 years for it to eventually happen as an animation, and then the attack goes off. Right. Nice. You know what, fine, I'll put in the offset melody. I want to see if there's a way for me to be able to proc it other than the awkward animation. Like if there's like a quicker version of the animation or something silly. I don't think there is though. Oof, you were close. Okay, big boy, calm down. Have they actually sped up that animation? Was that part of the recent patch? I feel like that was a sped up version of the animation. Maybe I need to give it more of a look in then. See what it's like now as a comparison. As in, would I consider myself using it? Yeah, it's a lot quicker now. Excellent. It's still kind of useless, but it's quicker. Not fine. I can just get it. I can get it stored up. Okay. That animation goes on for a bit longer than I was expecting there. Might just be because I've not fought it for a little while here and I'm a bit rusty. You know, I know I've been fighting it now, but maybe it's because it's a tempered one as well. That's another fact I need to consider. Oh. Ah. If he wasn't paralysed there, I had him. I think. Yeah, they've even sped up the back version of the offset melody. Okay. Slightly less redundant. I might start actually storing it up now. Is the conclusion I'm coming to? Hehehe. Offsetted. Again though, it's just so anticlimactic on Duke Stick. It's not like I've got it's not like it's offering me follow-up attacks. I know that one was a bit of an obscure offset attack, but it didn't offer me it on the first one, which was very clearly it knocked it down, so... I think the Duke Stick offset attack's just kind of lacking. I'm glad it's been buffed though. It needed it. No. Ooh, close. Let's go for my pet, my Palico. I actually need to see what the Lagiacrus armor does for Palico set. I imagine it just looks like a mini version of the Hunter's armor though, so it won't be too great. But imagine if it made him look like Lagiacrus, and I've been sleeping on it. That'd be the true winner. Oof. I might actually have to put together a build that does damage, you know. We can throw together a quick Ice Duke Stick and the necessities, I'm sure. And oh yes, now that I've added layered weapons, I need to make one of every single Duke Stick. That's a point. Right. Down you go. While I'm underwater, divine protection's not as important. Let's just get self-improvement. Oh, he's not going under yet. I've dealt a lot less damage than the other runs, I know. Because it's not met the damage threshold, it's not one to go underwater. I get it. Oof, okay, I misread the tail entirely. Oof. Good thing I remembered to stock up on healing items when I was at camp. So about that. The tackle hitbox is a bit weird, because you'll notice that I've been dodging through it. There's like a point where you can just kind of somehow make it just not hit you. I can't explain it. Also thought about it, of course this hunt's going to be slow. This is a tempered Lagiacrus. The last couple were regular Lagiacruses. Duh. I wasn't even thinking about that comparison. Honestly. Yeah, that... See? Again, there. That was very blatantly I was through the body. Oh yeah, need to be careful with Rocksteady against Lagiacrus in that attack. Good thing I was only in it for the last little bit of it, because otherwise it would have finished me off there. Nice miss. Status attack up. Let's grab it. I lost my way on the notes there. I was trying to go for divine protection. I just goofed myself over. Nice. Also, since when did I put down an echo bubble? Does my focus attack now do that and I just didn't notice? I think they've given Doot Stick some extra necessary buffs. I mean, actually, technically they're extra unnecessary buffs. Doot Stick is plenty fine on its own. Oh, I need to check to see if you can use flash pods underwater. You used to be able to in Monster Hunter 3. I don't know if you can in this. I imagine that you still can. I wouldn't have thought they would have removed it for any reason. Quest time and then 10 more minutes. Oh, this is a really quick timer. 25. I know I've been killing Lagiacrus in about 10 minutes, but this is tempered, as I say. That fact needs to be adhered to. Might affect things slightly. Ooh. And again. So 10 minutes left is equal to 40% of my timer left. Don't be too fooled. Me. Ah man, imagine if that was the KO right there again. That would have been cool. I say again, but it didn't work the first time, so... I just meant it's another scenario that would have been cool. And again, dodging through the tackles very evidently. Alright. Yeah, I'll put together some sort of aggressive ice dupe build, shall I? That's not focused on team stuff. And we'll cut right into that Lagiacrus. Well, we won't cut right into it, will we? It's a dude stick. So let's first make the Artium one. Have I got the resources these days? So one thing I did want to see is, does the combo of stuff you use here change the notes? Not really. Is it the element type that changes the notes? Lab. So it's on paralysis. Now it's purple, yellow, and orange. Yeah, I think it's the element of the doot stick as opposed to anything else, which is your determinant there. Alrighty, let's make this. We don't equip because you need to not have it equipped when you reinforce. So let's grab this.
Can I proceed?
What was that? Double attack, double sharpness, and an element. That's okay. Could be worse. Then I need to make some of these. I really want to hear what the Jindahad one is like. For instance, can we go upgrade? Hold on. There. I can just do this. So we go here.
Watch this.
Again, this isn't so that I can use it, it's so that I can hear it. To get to Jindahad tree, we have to go via the ore tree, not the expedition tree, stupid.
Watch this.
I like how it goes straight from ore straight into Jindahad tree, though.
Watch this.
I know there's no real difference in looks for the tier 7 and tier 8, so I'm just going to send it to tier 8 regardless. I mean, it's Jindahad after all.
Watch this.
And let's see what this sounds like. Because when you use layered doot sticks, you take the sound of what the layer is. I used to quite like the Lagiacrus doot stick sounds in World, for instance. So we can see what that sounds like. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Then we'll go Ice Doot Stick. I can get rid of all satiated goblet and friendships. Doesn't matter what the bow's got on it. This needs... Hold on. Critical element frost. Right, let's just try this. I want frost, but as a secondary, not as a primary. So I want the razor sharp frost, I think. And is there a sonorous? Let's try, what's it called again? Hall Maestro. Sonorous frost, please. Sonorous attack, expert. Nah, I'm not going to be able to get level 3 ice attack with this. I can do this for now. Sonorous Handicraft. Then let's see here. Maximum light's already level 3. Then how about I go earplugs? Just makes a doot stick build comfy. We'll grab 2 antivirus. This can be I don't know, let's go. Actually, what notes does this doot stick have? Like, what can I achieve? Element attack boost, sonic waves, restore sharpness, resounding melody. Element attack boost, restore sharpness. Okay. Let's just do something like this. I can get behind that. Maybe I take off a mighty for a phoenix jewel. Also, this is a level 3 slot. As is this, funnily enough. Let's make it something like this, maybe. Sorry, just trying to make it as quick as possible so that you don't have to worry about me taking forever. Meanwhile, I'm taking forever. So, Gormagala armor has decent thunder and water resistance off the bat. Let's go see what this one sounds like. This is why I'm pleased that they've added the layered armors in finally. Moxie meal would be more helpful. So let's get to it. Hello, Lotta. You can help me out a lotta. I don't actually think I mind the quick quest timer on this. Also, this was a 30-minute quest, not a 25-minute one. So when I said earlier there was like 40% of the quest left, it was actually 33%. Oops. Supposedly. But no, that field survey version of it was 25. Oh, I don't know. Spare us the details. Let's just get on and fight. And hopefully win this time, though.
Okay, let's head out.
Okay. I just jumped from one of the vines to the other. Oopsie. Not quite what I had in mind. Could have just gone to this camp instead. Right. Ooh, close. Roll the roar, casually. I mean, not that it matters because I actually have full earplugs, so I probably didn't actually dodge it. Thinking about it. So because this is based off the... Okay. Since this is based off the default loot stick, I didn't think it would have too much difference in its noise. And it doesn't seem to, so I'm not disappointed. I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed, but that's okay. Also different doot stick, so it does its echo wave slightly differently. I can slightly hear it. It is slightly different to a normal sounding doot stick, but not by much. Because there's so much else going on that it overwrites what you hear. And good thing I once again remembered to top up my inventory. Oh wait, no I didn't. Oh, I've not got any things on the go. Oh yeah, and I want to see what this resounding melody is. This one doesn't have an offset attack, so I want to see what resounding melody does. Well, I've never seen that before on a doot stick to my memory. So we can check it out. Ow. Or at least we might be able to check it out if this this one manages to stop being a pain. Okay, it does replace the offset melody in that it's still both the buttons and the melody button though. Okay. So it's kind of like a offset attack, but not quite, basically. Oh wait, it's the looking at it, it's the like the follow-up as part of an offset attack, no? It's like offset melody is the first part of an offset attack from every other weapon, and then the resounding melody is the second part of an offset attack from most other weapons, from what I can tell. Ah, I'm probably wrong. Almost definitely so. Right. The big glowing button on the screen says do a dismount attack. I'm not going to say no to that. Or I could go for a sneak attack and then just do a double hit, but no. Dismount attack. Go. Dismount attacks are fun. Nice little interrupt. I am running low on resources though, so I'll need to... First time I've ever done that. Hit the sneak attack with a bomb in it. It's kind of fun. Yeah, I'm all out of healing now. Ah, damn, the weak spot went away. I should have carried on doing the doots. I was in too deep. Oof. Yeah, maybe I need to do Lagiacrus with a regular Lagiacrus first before the tempered with a doot stick.
Are you okay? Make sure you stock up on whatever you need.
Ah, then again, it's an exhibition of my poor play currently, I guess. I haven't played this one stellar. The fact that can't be ignored. Also, I totally forgot to top up on... Oh no, I did top up on items. Good. I want to see what the Echo Wave Ice looks like. Nice. Good camera angle to really see it in action. Hello, Arabian Prince. Ow. What? Okay. This guy ain't playing. I'm sorry, Lagiacrus. I was busy earning tens of millions of dollars from gold in a box. It won't happen again. You know, it is amazing that for $10 million, all I had to do was send them a $60 Amazon gift card, and all of a sudden, it's set. Even though they did tell me there's an extra delivery charge, so I sent them something via Western Union as well, but that's just a side thing, a small price to pay, right? Wow, I am really scuffing this up though, on a serious note. I might readjust this build to make it not a Gormagala one. Because I'm just keep giving myself negative affinity. Or I'll just try again with the same build and just see how it goes. It's a small price to pay to get blowjob billion, exactly. Men only think about one thing and it's disgusting. Hehehe. Nice try, Lagiacrus. Okay, better try, because that one worked. Ah? What? I feel like I just got outplayed in every single instance there. Or because I was. I also need to get used to the echo wave instructions, notes required being slightly different here. Oof. Oof. Right, here we go. Here we go. Come on. And yeah, the ice stuff doesn't look quite as cool, I don't think. I might gloss over Doot Stick and come back to Doot Stick, and we'll move on to Gun Lance after this one, if this is unsuccessful actually. Something something skill issue, something something, I'll rectify it another time. Mind you, I'll probably break up the Lagiacrus hunts with another thing next. We'll see. This fight is too fun. Not my fault. Lagiacrus versus Mizutsune, obvious winner. I'm late this time. No! What the hell? I could shoot from there! Amazing. Oops. Go. I know that as a Doot Stick I need to be next to his head, but it's kind of getting difficult to be able to stay near his head when he keeps batting me away, to be honest. I don't think flash pods are going to work under the water somehow. That one just accidentally hit the water and it didn't flash. So I think I might have to rule that idea out before I've even tried it. But I'm going to try it still, obviously. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a different doot stick because this one doesn't sound particularly great. Hello, Berserk. Nice to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've been having a good week so far. Welcome to me completely fail at freaking... damn it. Freaking tempered Lagiacrus. Just as I say I'm failing at it, I go down. Good stuff, me. I'm also kind of testing the doot sticks finally for their sounds. Hope I've been doing well too. Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, I think I need to adjust that build as well. So let's do a build adjustment. And let's do a doot stick adjustment. So I'm not moving on from doot stick, by the way. I'm just recalibrating. When I said I'm going to swap builds, swap weapons, what I meant was no. So let's have a look here. Where's a doot stick that will sound cool? It's got to be this one. I think you need to adjust my skill. Yeah, I agree, Portable. So true. You're not wrong, buddy. Let's be honest. Yeah, we'll fight Lagiacrus with a Lagiacrus weapon. Ooh, look at the Seregios doot stick. I haven't even looked at these yet, by the way. That is very nice. I don't have a Seregios Dissenter, but I don't need the tier 8 necessarily. I just wanted to make him out of courtesy. So let's readjust this build. It needs to be not Gormagala. The Seregios doot stick does look nice, Berserk. Okay, Berserk, you tell me. Are we going to use the Lagiacrus or the Seregios doot stick as the layered one for this? Are we going Guardian Arkveld? Not Gormagala. Guardian Arkveld all the way through. Keeps it nice and simple. I could just say unequip all. I'll keep the 3 jewels in. No, Sonorous isn't necessary per se. I mean, Sonorous is nice. All that yellow, Seregios. Alrighty. Seregios it is. If you want me to change colour, I can. Or if you want me to change layered armour entirely, I can as well. I'm not attached to anything in particular. Rapid morph? Nah. Right, it does look like I'm going to need to... Let's just stick in that the Handicraft Frost one. Where do we go? Where do we go now? Was it not a Handicraft Frost? It was a Sonorous. Idiot. I'll get there eventually. It was Sonorous Handicraft, that's why. So Guardian Arkveld, let's just get the final level of Flair. Then we'll go for Part Breaker. Because Part Breaker definitely synergizes in well with Flair. I think I'm going to take out that Tenderizer I just put in, actually. Turn it into a Destroyer. I mean, sure, Portable. Tempered laggy might be difficult for everyone, but I should still be able to do it with a dude stick. That's still something I should be able to do. So it is kind of. You were correct earlier saying that it's an issue of skill. I couldn't agree more. Let's stick in protection because protection is always the best single defensive skill. Yeah, let's also get rid of the Phoenix Charm actually, which could have been. Let's make it earplugs. Right, there we go. I have to say, of all the weapons that I've beat Lagiacrus with, I will say that this is one of the more difficult ones to do it with because Duke Stick is a bit more... Oh, I have to make... I'm really sorry, Berserk. I do need to make the level 8 Seregios to make it available as a layered one. So for now, I'll have to do Lagiacrus, but I will come and do some more Seregioses. But yeah, considering I've beat Lagiacrus with everything now minus Gun Lance, Switch Axe, Charge Blade, and the Bowguns, I will say this has been the most difficult one yet. But then again, I did fight some of them with as regular Lagiacrus, so it does offset things, but not by much. Not by as much as you'd think. Okay, sorry about that. Building done. Let's move on and actually fight. So Berserk doesn't think that I'm just sat here looking at the menu screens all day. Don't worry, Berserk. I don't just sit and look at menus. You can't solo Lagiacrus even with your main on. What's your main, Berserk? What's like your go-to weapon? I have to say on Wilds, one of my old favourites, the hammer, has lost its favour with me because it's not quite as good on Wilds. Really disappointing. In fact, do I say I've even got a main weapon on Wilds? I don't think I do. Lately it's been Charge Blade, funnily enough. Greatsword. Oh yes, you're fitting in well here. Portable is a massive Greatsword fan, and I am for sure still a massive Greatsword appreciator. I do love it. What's wrong with Hammer? So there's anything necessarily wrong with Hammer per se, but they removed the absolutely broken jump attack from the Hammer. Sure, the jump attack's still there, but it's not as flexible as it used to be. For one. The attacks aren't as strong. The fact that this game's got a lot less ledges and stuff gives it an innate debuff. How else would I say? Oh, some of the attack patterns have been messed up. The jump one. No, not even the one down the slope, just regular jump attack. I mean, to be fair, the Greatsword has been given the truly godlike jump capabilities that the Hammer had in World, like the craziness of it. I'd have to show off what I meant, because there's some little neat tricks to jump attacks, basically, that I'd have to use to describe what I'm talking about. Where words don't fit, actions do. They patched the jump attacks in Greatsword in World. Nah, they're still really good in World. It's better in Wilds, but it doesn't mean that it's not still good in World. Again, I'd have to show off what I'm talking about. For your sake, Paul, you know what I'm talking about, but Berserk may not. Well, I mean, to be fair, you say you do 800 damage a second. That just sounds like regular greatsword play. Hello, Matt. Nice to have you here, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Come watch me fail at Wilds for the day, because I am getting my butt kicked by a Lagiacrus. This was definitely my favourite fight in Try, though. You don't know what I'm talking about, yeah. I don't even mean it rudely, Berserk. There's just some tricks that you pick up that are niche ones. You absolutely do not do 800 damage a second regularly. I know. The slope ones you still can do. They're actually not. They're not actually changed at all. There's just less slopes. The fact that this game's a lot flatter doesn't lend itself well to weapons with jump attack main abilities. You can have infinite jump attacks from the Sekirei, but that's not really quite as pertinent, for a lack of a better word. Also, did I just get the mount but then just get booted off the mount from that? Either way. Okay. We're body shaming now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. We care not for shapes or sizes. We embrace all. Saying otherwise would not be inclusive. Nice miss. Okay, didn't roll through at that time. Okay, let's do this. I've got just under 25 minutes left, so I've already been 5 minutes in the hunt. Oh, that's just annoying. That lightning took off my ghillie. Right there. Come on, let's do this. No, that's not quite the, that's very much the opposite of let's do this. Sometimes slopes hinder you when an attack is coming, and sometimes they don't. Really, how I'd put it, Portable, is slopes do more to benefit you than they do to, detriment you. Is how I'll put it. You're not wrong. But for absolute certain, I prefer having them in than not having them in. Ow. Too many times when you try to dodge, you walk to the edge of the slope. Yeah, that's true. Right, let's restock him on items.
Glad you're all right.
Gotta say, I haven't been noticing the noise of the doot stick. This is kind of a quick... This is... That's cool. That's cool enough. Right, let's just go manual jump attack, shall we? Oof, okay, maybe not. Thanks for dealing with me the minute I get out of base. I'm glad I put thunder defense in this. Yeah, we'll get manual jump attacks. It's fine. Who needs slopes when you can make your own slopes? Ledges. Oof. Away we go. Yeah, let's try playing. I'll try playing a bit more conservatively for a change, shall I? Let's see how that takes me. Yeah. Poor moose people are absolutely wrecked by that. I was wondering what was going on. And I just saw Musubi on the ground, like, damn, unlucky. She took one for the team, as Sekirei often do. Yeah. Still don't want to be mounted, huh? Right, he's exhausted a little bit. Again, for those who aren't astute doot stick appreciators, you'll notice sometimes I do like a little bash with the doot stick. There's a way to quickly stack notes, which is what I'm actually doing. If you pull back when you do a follow-up attack, it allows you to do the little bash, which is what's giving me the excess hits. Right, let's go for the back. Let's let the energy move go away. We'll leave the head on. In other words, the head wound on, so I can attack it properly with my stuff. Okay. Wait, did I not get the wound on top of the head? I didn't. Okay. Interesting. That didn't counter either. Fourth time's the charm coming up. Nice heal timing there, Tony. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that they've buffed boot stick in quite a few ways here, actually, which is great. Wrong thing. That just cost me the boulder, I think. Derp. Yeah, I'm almost certain that just cost me the boulder. We'll get it on the way back through if that way through persists. Like, as in if he comes back on himself. It's all fine. Everything is solvable. My biggest concern here actually is the timer. Quite honestly. Right now. Get up slowly so that the attacks don't hit. Oof, I was just about trying to roll away. See, when you get stuck in a song, that's where the doot sticks kind of suffer in this kind of fight. Which is what makes this fight hard with the doot stick. And why you see me struggling more with this than most of the other weapons that I've played with so far. For it. Oof, close. Right, let's go for a sneak attack. He's going to lightning, let's ignore it. Then go for the sneak. Ooh, that was close. Oh god, really? Ain't that a pain? What you do when you're trying to get a sneak attack and the monster's just not letting you? Oh yes, really. I mean, to be fair, that is pretty much the summary of my gaming luck. I do get into some random escapades where you'd wonder how the hell has that worked. Yeah. Oof, okay. Ow. Yeah, I was trying to get out of there. Don't worry about it, Tony. We're good. We're good. Except not really. Don't worry, I am determined on this though. I'm not saying I'm going to be successful, but I am determined to give it a go. Hi, Millsy. Okay, this is the time. Nope, this is not the time. I was way too to the side there, amongst many other things. Oh, he's got a wound on his head. Question is, will he stay still long enough for me to get it? Probably not. I tried to pull back in there. Note the use of the word tried. Then we can echo wave his face. I do really like the Lagiacrus noise though. Right. You moving up? Yes, you are. Shame, I'd rather you moved back and around so I could have gone for the rock, but I suppose Dwayne Johnson can't be everywhere at once, really. Time left 13 minutes. Uh-oh. That does not spark joy. Ow. That was a big hit. So true, Berserk. Right, let's... Almost immediate death. My favourite kind of death. Okay. Then we need element boost. Right, I know where you're heading. This is a no-brainer. It's heading back down to then go back through the rocks. I think I'm going to be late again, though. No, no, no. No, we should be fine, actually. Especially thanks to that well-placed jump. Yeah, we're good. Pop. Then he's going to go back in the water because he got pissed off that we knocked him back. Easy come, easy go. Let's actually spend the time to restock, seeing as this is the last life. I would not like to lose it. I at least want a chance to win here. Having none lives is none chance to win. The floor here is made of floor. And hit. Yeah, because he didn't come here immediately this time. He does go underwater the minute we come here. Perfect. Okay. Let's bring you to here. Come on. To me. To me, my X-Men. Quest time left 10 minutes. That's a third of the quest time. Ah. That's a shame. I shouldn't have been so eager, I guess. Ooh. I call bogus on that. Is what it is. Let's go here. Oh, did you see how close that was? Damn. Come on. Get over here. That was preemptive, but actually worked okay. I honestly thought that was a bit too early. Fantastic, keep doing the kicks. I don't mind you doing the kicks. The kicks are great, keep it up. That's it, they're the ones. Oof. Damn. Ow. Okay, so takeaways from that run. I need to get to there quicker with an additional life left. Or I go for the other version of the investigation, which also involves a tempered gemma and has more time. But what's the fun in that? That was better than the previous run, though.
I'm counting on you.
That's a thing I'll say. What's saying it was anywhere near perfect. I'm just saying that comparatively speaking, it did better. Hold on. Yeah, let's just go back in. I don't need to re-meal up. Let's do this. Come on. This one needs to be the win. That would be cool. That would be Lagiacrus. Ah, works better as a Pokemon pun.
Let's be on our way. We've received supplies. Let's be sure to use them.
Made the same mistake as last time. Should have gone to the other camp. It turns out. That's fine. Sneak attack. You can get away with sneak attacks when two monsters are in battle with each other. As often noted in the Jindahad runs. Jindahad just swaps his attention to the ribbons, and then it lets you get a sneak attack in just because you can. Nice. Not nice. Ow. I'll take rolling to avoid a hit over taking the hit. Like so. Gotta be careful when you get on your Sekirays because they might not be going in the direction you desire. That was one such example. Not quite what I was going for. There. I thought Lagiacrus might have done a better job at following me up. That's fine. It's on me for not checking properly. Wrong button. What, Hirobami? Never seen them as ribbons? I've been calling Hirobami ribbons since like the first time I fought them. I've always called them ribbons. I don't know, maybe that's just my take. My takes are usually bad takes. So make of that what you will. Damn you, pesky Paratoad. I didn't even see that was going on. Bargy doesn't want to freeze up on the flinch up on the thing. I'm dead. Thanks, Moxie Meal. There's your proof I was dead, by the way. Moxie Meal stops you from taking a hit that would have killed you above the Moxie threshold. Again, you're just way too vulnerable when you go for the performances. Something that I therefore should be ignoring, even though it's like the peak Duke Stick gameplay. Remember, when you mount, always make 2 wounds. And nothing more than courtesy. If you're playing in a team, someone else can use the wound. If you're playing solo, you can still make benefits of the wounds as well. So just get everybody covered. I personally see it as part of multiplayer etiquette. Making multiple wounds. Well, the Wilds etiquette anyway. Ah, you moved your head. I'm staying back here. Okay. I know I'm colour deficient, but come on, that wasn't so obvious, right? That's just not a vision issue here, surely. Maybe it is just me as normal though. I will happily admit to that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to try ignoring using melodies as much as possible. As much as I want to. They don't always have space for them. Hop. Ah, damn it. There you move your head. Come on, stop it. I've nearly hit that sucker like, what, 3 times? Let me have it. There. Oh no, you can't tell me that wasn't it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this even with a loot stick. Unless I had, what's it called? The high ground Anakin. Might have been better leaving myself with the back wound, honestly. Or lower your head. There we go. This will bring Lagiacrus down. Even though apparently not. Oh, another wound. Literally another wound made by the fact that I kept having focus attacks miss, but hit the same spot on his head every time. In a fun twist of fate. Yeah. Let's stack the resounding melody again. The resounding melody on this loot stick's really cool. Even though I don't like the echo wave being what it is. But hey. At least the resounding melody's neat. Really what I should do is mid-hunt swap to the fair and balanced mantle. To give me a little bit more mantle efficiency. Oof. Be great for moments like this, where I'm just getting juggled. Ow. Again, my mantle got absolutely destroyed there by an immediate lightning shot. Right, he's exhausted. Take use of this. Nice. Which way are we going, Lagiacrus? Are you just going to go fight Millsy? That actually helps me. Somewhat. Lets me have more focus on Lagiacrus while he's changing his targets. We'll take it. Bop. Nice. Oof. Yeah, I'm going to need to go back to camp to stock up on healing items again, so I can swap mantles when I'm there. After this phase. Or the next phase, whichever's is most appropriate. I can get a hit or two here. Thanks, Eric. I'm glad Eric's the one letting me know this rather than Elmo. Okay, I guess I'm going back to camp not electively. This is not by choice, but that's okay. That was a decent life one. Nice dodge. Thanks, Berserk. Yeah, my dodges aren't bad. It's just this really is a fight of attrition. And as you can see, I'm playing a lot differently this time. I'm giving up. I'm not going for as many performances, which is actually working in my advantage. If you don't play much Doot Stick, basically the Doot Stick's main abilities is that the notes you play in a certain order, as indicated on the top right of my screen, allow you to play different melodies. Then melodies give effects, and that's how you strengthen you and your team. I can build up the songs but not have to play them, and that's kind of what I've been trying to go for here. Ow. I.e. building up the songs then... Oh. Okay. Resounding melody not quite kicking in as I thought it was going to. That's fine. Never needed it anyway. Gone from dodging everything to dodging nothing. You cursed me, Berserk. You should have said nothing. Nah, it's my fault. It's my B. Okay, run away? No. Can't really roll win in a performance. As you just saw there, it's pretty difficult to get out from the Lagiacrus range when you're doing it. That's not just me being bad, it's a little bit of both. A little bit of both me being bad and it being not the easiest thing in the world. He's getting aggressive, yeah. The thing with Lagiacrus, and always has been, Lagiacrus is very quick to become exhausted. He does a lot of bursts of attacks, and then he'll be on a massive chill down session. If you can outlive the burst sessions, you can go and do big hits when he's not quite as infused. I could have gone for the temporary wound. I had a temp wound sitting right there. Could have made use of it. Bop. I think one thing this build could benefit from though is Slugger. Oof. That delayed tail swipe hitting me. I'm still determined. This life could do the rest. Like the naked Jindahad run, where the successful one I had 2 rather quick life losses and then just absolutely clutched it. Fairly certain the winning run had that happen. But it sure as hell happened a lot during it. So if I'm not worried about the songs, why don't I just keep making the self-improvement melody and just go for jump attacks again? But yeah, if you pay attention to which way your Sekirei is picking you up, you can make it that the movement doesn't get halted as you get on it. Like if I go against the grain here, like this, see? It turns around and keeps you still for a second. So if you randomly get wiped out while you're trying to get on your second ray, that might be what happens to you. You want to roll with the call. There are no wire bugs here. What is this hellhole portable? Okay, so let's maybe leave the wound on the back for an experiment. Again, you should always see me be making 2 wounds every time. See, and then I can just... Doesn't matter what the song is, I just want the attack in. Yeah, it's a lot easier to hit the wound on the back with a dude stick, so I need to finish the mount on the head wound. Right, it's going to base. I just call it base. This is the part I consider to be the Lagiacrus base, considering it was made for him. Also, don't know about you, Berserk, but when I first saw this, I stipulated this is going to be another area through the forest in that gap. I think they're going to expand it again. Right, it's running in. Let's not get hit on its way through. And this time, let's actually wait until he's in the rubble before I go for it. Oof. Close. Come on, get over here. Charge me. Well, that would do. Nice. Not as nice. We want to go this way. I'm going to have him charge at me here. Nice, that works. Excellent. That's looking a bit better than last time I was in the water. The last run. Yeah, I'm not surprised that knocked me off. Now I'm getting comboed. Nice. Let's move away. Very nice, Caesar-chan. Right. Phew. Nice dodge to the side. And then ideally you want to keep Lagiacrus near the spiky parts, so when you do the cutscene where you push him up, he actually gets put into the wall. If you're too far away from the wall, he doesn't get put into it. Too late. Not that time. No, we're not taking the hit there. We are there though. Right. And it depends on the damage you put in. I'm fairly certain it's based on the positioning. The damage you put in is about whether or not you get him from the water. The actual extra bit is about how far away from the wall you are. But yeah, if you don't do enough damage, you don't get the cutscene as it is. But watch, ready? We'll push. Am I close enough to a wall? Just not enough, see? If I was closer to that back wall, that would have been the hit. I'm fairly certain that's how it goes anyway. If I'm wrong and I'm giving you the wrong information, I'm sorry, Berserk, but for the amount of times I've done it, that's what I've stipulated. I mean, I've fought this guy quite a few times already, but I of course don't know. I'm not the be-all end-all on the knowledge of Lagiacrus. It's not a fight I know quite as well as Jindarhad yet. Again, I'd have to fight this guy with no armor and level 1 weapons to have the same level of mastery on this guy. Whoop, dead. No, good. Oh, I forgot to check flash pods underwater. That's what I wanted to check. Oh well, I'm sure they probably work. Come on, come down. Excellent. If I start getting low on the health resources, I'll just go back to base. I already am out of max potions, so I might be going back sooner than I think. Oh, I needed to go near the... I noticed that I wasn't in line with the shock trap last second there. I need to be in line with that shock trap for the damage, for the lock-in, ideally. Nearly. If you're wondering, the extra 280 there was from the fact that I'm running Flare 5. Because Flare scales up in damage the higher your Flare level. At max it's 280. Ow. And at level 1 it's 140. Come on, straight here. That's the one. Kind of wish I had a Echo Wave ready for that. And that I had an attack boost, I guess. Ooh! I've got an idea. Okay, I've completed Tempered Lagiacrus with Loot Stick. Good job. Is this the cheap way out? Yes. Do I care? No. As long as I just don't die in this when I'm putting this down. You did not just run away. Ah well, he'll land somewhere in... He'll land somewhere. I'm so glad that in Wilds you can pick up your shock traps. A win is always a win. Yeah, very true. Take your wins where you can get them. Ready? I'm going to finish him off with the throwing knife. Excuse me, Lagiacrus. We've got 5 minutes to put you in this trap, my guy. Oh god, and there's a freaking... Are you for real? This is my penance for trying to put it in a trap. Okay. Right, can everyone just piss off away from the Lagiacrus, please? We're on a mission. Thanks. Now it's probably going to go back to the base. No? That's it. Keep it in. Keep it in, Rathian. This Rathian's going to damn well land on the thing again, isn't it? You know what? I'm not having it. Give me back my trap. Okay. Go in the trap. Win. There we go. Doot stick now done against Lagiacrus. And it's tempered this time. Boom. There we go. Nice win. Eventually happened. But that Rathian was greedy for the trap. Alright, let's go fight a Seregios or something, shall we? So for Lagiacrus, I still need to at some point do Gun Lance, Switch Axe. Hold on, haven't I done Swax? I want to say I've done Swax. I think I'm just down to the I'm just down to the 3 ranged weapons and Gun Lance. I think. So yeah, let's go fight Tempered Seregios next.
Make sure you're prepared.
You know what? I feel like making this a bit more of a chill hunt. Let's go for the obvious. Seregios is weak to ice, right? Greatsword done. Greatsword was like the first one, mate. If you want me to, I can just go whack out a Lagiacrus with Greatsword. Oh yeah, actually no. Let's do this. Let's do this as Greatsword. I'm assuming that that's what you would request to see. So yeah, it is Ice and Thunder. It's no different to what it was in Rise. I may as well just re-top up the meal, just make sure we're good. Yeah, so now you'll see my favourite style of Greatsword. Crit draw. Basic Greatsword builds are fun, but I'm rather partial to the hit and run. Turn the Greatsword into the most manoeuvrable weapon going. Also, if you've never done a KO draw build, where you have Punisher on, that is funny. That's just funny and fun.
Be sure to use them.
Wrongly timed roll. Way late on that. Oh, and I think Wild Jerky, one of the few things not on my radial menus, because it's not really used much in Wilds until now. Let's get going. I should have waited until the second for that point. Don't know why I did a focus attack there. Kind of dookied myself out. Fair and balanced mantle, go. See, I'm not as good as offset attacks Berserk with Greatsword because I'm just bad at offset attacks. Except from the switch axe for some reason. Everything else I'm actually pretty terrible at offset attacks. It's just one of the new mechanics that I'm just not very good at. My go-to on Greatsword, for instance, would be to tackle through attacks. As a way to defend myself rather than offset attacks. So please don't be too mad about that. I know I'm skill issued. Oh yeah, I was going to show off why and what properties they gave to the greatsword that they took off from the hammer, didn't I? So when you do a jump attack, you can jump. You can decide the angle of which you're attacking and then the way in which you jump. So you can jump forward, then angle backward. That's what makes it strong. That's what they removed from hammer. They removed the flexibility on that. They also made the hammer's attack register later in the jump. They also gave the fact that the hammer's hitbox in World for jump attacks was massive. They passed that massiveness over to the greatsword and took it off the hammer. So basically it's a bunch of hitbox balances that made it worse for the hammer. That was too early, but somehow worked. Don't ask, because I don't know. Ow. Oops. I guess the tail swiped in there. Underneath and through me. Oh well. Right. Also, the greatsword has the single greatest move ever known to any weapon ever in Monster Hunter. Kick. Nothing beats kick. Best move in the entire series ever, bar none. That sweet, sweet 17 damage. And yes, I think I just fell off the wrong way. Let's let the Separate auto trail. Thanks, Eric. Even though all it dropped was like piercing pods, not fust. Okay. Oh, we're in the crystal area. Awesome. Let's do the skip to 3. Ow. Should have gone for a headbutt. 2 rolls in a row? You spoil me. Okay, that was too late. I was trying to be ready and everything. Let's go through the legs. Nice miss. Sregios is definitely harder in World than it is in Wilds than it is in Rise. Imagine Sregios in Master Rank. This is going to be insane. It might just be a scaling thing, because we only ever got Sregios in Master Rank in Rise, I think. Don't think we got it in base Rise? So I suppose the fact that you've got better weapons makes it feel easier. Too late. Should have guarded. Like that. Ow. I was trying to max potion. Oops. That's technically 2 deaths. Not technically, it is 2 deaths. I can't remember if I put the Lagiacrus and Seregios on my hunter card. I think I did. It's not a big issue either way. Excellent. Oh, there's a shock trap there. And yes, I did make this with Zoshia just because I liked the Zoshia look. I'll probably change this out at some point. Oh yeah, it's a Power Ranger, so of course it's going to knock you down. I think this is death. Yeah. It knocked me down like 40% health, of course it would be. Oopsie. Not the finest display of greatswording here. Letting the greatsword gang down. If I fail this, I'll just go bop Lagiacrus with a greatsword. I mean, even if I succeed this, maybe I'll just do that anyway. I love Lagiacrus. The way the Zoshia spreads out its scales when fully charged is awesome. Yeah. But also the way that Zoshia takes about 1600 damage with my charged up insect glaive attack when it's got its full scales out is pretty nice too. But yes, Zoshia is a fun one. On a serious note, I still can't believe it took them a patch to put it in at high rank. That just was so unnecessary. They could have just done it from the get-go. It's going to jump. Yep. And again. Third one? Oh no, he's doing that. Okay. Sure. I would say you do you, but don't do you, Seregios. Just like, don't hit me. Jump attack. Right, stop it. You're being silly. Oh, it was a temp wound. Gotcha. No, you don't. Okay. Go. Never mind. Preemptive. Roll the roar. Remember, if you're playing with a longsword, you can counter roars to get your free level of spirit gauge too early. Wait, and this build was a Gormagala armor build. What the hell? Okay. Sure. No. I wasn't ready for an offset attack, but I knew the attack was coming. Okay. Pop. You just had to run a sweep the leg operation at that moment. Ah. Too late. Down you go. Or don't. That's the annoying thing. You offset Regios and then it's just still up anyway. Okay, good. It's moving to a new area. That's my chance. Phew. Imagine if he wasn't moving to a new area. That would have been it. Closest camp is this one. Nice offset. Thanks, Berserk. I tried. I tried my best, but unfortunately Regios had other plans. See, I'm not good. I will be the first to admit I'm not the best at offset attacks, but I sure as hell can land a couple of them here and there. Like I say, I feel like the weapon I do best at offset attacks with is switch axe, but that might be correlation rather than causation, because I go for way more offset attacks with the switch axe, mostly because I feel more comfortable with it, I guess. Right, mount. Don't mount. I didn't want to mount him anyways. Oh yeah, chicken versus chicken. Who's going to win? Honestly, I don't think Tempered Seregio stands a chance. Take him, Demetrius. Down you come. Yeah, I wasn't ready for that jump. Honestly, the offset attacks I've been more ready for have been the ones where it does the little scratches on the floor first. Yeah. You can actually offset the little chicken kicks as well. I prefer to just treat them as a way to offset this attack instead. Ow. That wasn't even going for me that time, and I still managed to mess it up. Such is life, huh? Seeing it's still up, so you'd go from an offset attack into a tackle there, ideally. Ah, I failed. Mission failed. We'll get him another time. I know it's normally we'll get him next time, but I think I'm just going to hunt a regular Lagiacrus with the greatsword, and then I think that might be stream for the day. So let's go fight big ocean boy. Let's do it. Yeah, I just didn't play that well enough. It's what it is. I think losing the second life really quickly there kind of messed me over. I know that was me that lost it. I'm not trying to misplace offset blame. But it's definitely my inability to attack well there that got me. Right.
We've received supplies. Let's be sure to use them.
You think that therefore it is? Ah, it's too late on the roll. Also, this isn't even tier 8 of the weapon, is it? Hold on. I never made the rarity 8 version of the Zoshia sword. That's kind of comical. Wouldn't have solved anything, but it is something to note. Silly me. At some point. I want to make the Rarity 8 because I want it as a layered armor weapon. Right, let's cut this tail. One does not simply play with greatsword or dual blades and not cut tails. No. Again, you'll notice that I'm sheathing and unsheathing because crit draw. It's not the build that does the most amount of damage, it's just a nice one for maneuverability. Nice. Thought I was in the range of the tail for a second. How did that not hit me? How was I not in range? Like, actually curious. Tail broken already? Haha, get wrecked, my guy. Oof, okay. First hit I've taken... Is that the hunt or just the first hit since like right at the beginning? But either way, that was a good string of events until I got hit there. Remember, it takes a lot of sharpness, but you can block with a great sword. I'm excited for Arch-Tempered Uthduna, for sure. Uthduna was my favourite Apex Chunky Wet Boy. So... or at least to fight. Oh, actually no, Jindarhad was, but then Chunky Wet Boy. I don't consider Jindarhad as an Apex, I just consider him an Elder Dragon. But yeah, I like Chunky Wet Boy. Should be a fun fight. Kind of a shame that he's second, because I wanted him to be nearer the end for a stronger fight, but I understand that now was a good time, considering that Lagiacrus has been brought out. They'll make you do underwater fighting with Uthduna too, I am sure of it. Raidal for you? Yeah, Raidal's cool, but like... oh no. This damn Rathalos every time. Just when I think I'm going to have it covered. For sure, I think Zoshia is going to be the last Arch-Tempered. It's going to be Arkveld as the penultimate one, then Zoshia. I feel like Jindarhad will be before Arkveld. Too late on the offset. And again. Nice. No, don't hit me. That's not fair. Having me hit him 700 times is totally fair. Don't they? Doesn't he realise I'm the protagonist? I'm the one with the plot armour. Fair and balanced mantle. 0 hit points to full hit points for no reason. Not tempered, so it won't throw the lightning out too hard. There we go. Ow. Oh, not ow, but just oof, I guess. Good trap. Also, if you didn't know, Lagiacrus actually has no way to counter the damn rubble. You can bring down the damn rubble and it will offset Lagiacrus. Like it would just bring him to the ground. I'm sure that would be expected, but yeah. Ooh. Rip Cat. Rip Catpicus. Also, I think regular Lagiacrus is kind of slower. You guys notice the unknown question mark, swords and shield and long sword. Oh, we can have a look at that. It might just be that it's weapons that are part of, like, event stuff. We can have a look. Because I don't think I have noticed the question marks. For long sword and shield, you say? Okay. For sure, we can have a look at them after this fight. Damn. Hey Lagiacrus, I'm racing you back to your own base, mate. I think I win. Ah, not right. Maybe it's for the next event or update. Yeah! Very well could be. That would be really cool, actually. I mean, sword and board is always good in this, in Monster Hunter. It's a very reliable weapon. It's like a slightly less fun, it's like a slightly shorter version of the Lance. Really. You know, I just think the Lance has got to be one of the best ones in the series overall. Dinner plate saved your rear so many times, yeah. But also, back in World, the perfect rush combo being absolutely bonkers. Okay, that wasn't a very good boulder. That wasn't even a boulder at all. That's better. I need to see if I can get this Lagiacrus slightly closer to the spiky wall so I can show you about the hole when we get it closer. Yeah, we're pretty much at it anyway. We're close enough for it to be... for it to proc the stuff. I also need to try clutching onto that tail, which has already got a wound on it. Okay, right, we're right next to this. You don't even know how to do it. Okay, sword and shield tutorial. Well, I'll go through some sword and shield mechanics. See, because we were close enough to the rock, we managed to push it in, and now we get a different version where it comes out to the side rather than lands on its feet, rather than being away from the walls. Allowing us to deal more damage on the from the push up. Ow. Or Berserk, is there any weapons that you've liked the look of that you're not too sure how to use but would want to see a little bit of? I know I said I was going to end stream after this hunt, but we can run through some weapon stuff. I'm happy to do that. Definitely longsword. Okay. We can do longsword after. So I'll show you how to do perfect rush and a couple of little bits about the sword and shield. Then I'll go through longsword with you. Longsword used to be my main on world. I had like some 700-800 hunts or something with the longsword. I'm not as good as Weeb Stick these days as I was in world, but I definitely have the Weeb Stick experience. I'll go through Weeb Stick against Jin Dahad. And Sword didn't play maybe also Jin Dahad? Let's boot it up. I can also show off some extra Jin Dahad mechanics that I normally point out to people that don't know to help spread the awareness. So, Sword and Shield, perfect rush. Do I have enough Jin Dahads? Not for my liking these days. We've got 2 users here. For this, perfect. So, Sword and Shield first, then Longsword. Or do you want to see Lord Longsword first? I don't mind which way around we do it. I will do both for your sake, though. Yeah, unless you specify otherwise. You don't mind? Okay, let's do this first. I do want to change the yeah, give me the Zoshia. Also, if ever you need meal vouchers, go play barrel bowling. Barrel bowling's a great source for the meal vouchers. It's a crappy game, but it does that one thing well. Right, Sword and Shield first. And I'll try and point out some Jin Dahad mechanics while we go. I'm sure you're relatively familiar with Jin Dahad anyway. Right, sneak attack. So, perfect rush. Very quickly I could show you this. After you do an attack, doesn't really matter which, you can backstep. Then you go into a leaping slash. Then you go into a perfect rush. Obviously I missed part of the combo there because of the Jin Dahad moving its hand. That's how you do it. Basically, a lot of Sword and Shield's good, strong attacks come from backsteps. So you backstep, leaping slash with triangle, or Y, and then you just basically spam triangle. Okay, Jin Dahad, you want to head to the back legs when it does a slam. I took damage there because I wasn't close enough. There's a couple other moves I like with the Sword and Shield that I'll show off. And otherwise I'll just treat this like a regular Jindar hard fight. And if there's anything else you want to know about Sword and Shield that I might be able to help with, please let me know and I'll do my best. Oh yeah, also, I'm sure you know this, but when you do a focus attack with Sword and Shield, you have two options. You can either do a falling slash or an upswing bash. If you do nothing, it defaults to falling slash. Which in that situation on the Jindar hard head is what I would have prioritised anyway. If you're on a body part which has got a lot of room, like say for instance if I did the focus attack off the leg of Jindar hard, I'd want to do the falling bash, because then you can do the extra jump attacks as you're coming up, which are the same ones that can be achieved after you do a backstep attack to bring you into the air with Sword and Shield by default. Let me try and show you what I mean. Also, look, ribbons will bring Jindar hard out to there at some point. So if I do backstep, but I just do a charge slash, it then does a slat slash. Then you can either do a thrust slash down, you can do a regular chop, all sorts. And yeah, I'm just basically spamming buttons at this point. There's two types of focus strike with the Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield focus strike is kind of pointless. You'd normally want somebody else on the team to do it, but for fun. So let's go to the stuff. So if I go upswing bash, look, it pushes me up. Then lets me do the plunging thrust or the shield smash down or anything like that. But if you're using it on a part which the part is close to the ground or not very big, do the slice down, because you won't be able to hit anything on your way back down from jumping up. If you're going for a long body part, just do the upswing bash. So basically it's about the size of the piece that you're looking at. And yeah, I'm more bothered about my words than the actual attack there. I didn't even try. Also note that no temporary wounds are coming out right now because we attacked a focus temp wound a little minute ago, so now it's got a cooldown. Temp wounds on monsters actually do have an inbuilt cooldown. So if you've destroyed one recently, you won't see another one for a little while. Minute or two, I think. Don't actually know the exact timing. I'll once again show off perfect dash, the perfect rush. We go into a backstep, go into a leaping slash, into a perfect rush. And then that combo, as long as you don't get wrecked like I just did. I know me taking damage isn't a very good example of me trying to tutorialise you, but hey, I'm the one that decided to do it in an actual fight rather than just training mode. Then again, I do like to just treat Jindar hard as a training mode exercise fight at this point. It's just kind of a comfort fight for me, you know? Right, we'll bring you out here. See, so now, a bit of time has passed, the Whisker mains are weak again. So I'll show you. See, upswing bash, I'm not hitting anything on my way down. However, there's more damage in the immediate sword slash down at that point. Because as an attack, it does more. The upswing bash is more so that you have follow-up attacks. To also do follow-up mount damage contribution. I hope that's as good of an explanation as I can give. I know I've got a bad way with words. If there's anything that I've said that you want me to re-clarify, please let me know. And also you can do a complete bash combo in Wilds, which is nice. Like, bash combos can lead into other stuff, so you can actually also do a slugger build with Sword and Shield on Wilds, which is just fun. See, focus attack, slash down. No matter the distance, it counts the 4 or 5 hits. So it's worth doing. See? Like, 3 hits there. I also quite like Charge Chop, which just follows on from a regular attack. You don't have to do back steps or anything like you do with Perfect Rush. It's just a fun attack. What? You were going for Tony? Holy heck. That wasn't very clever of me. I thought he was going for me and I dodged into the attack. Skill issue. Jeez, have I never fought Jindar hard before? Other than the time I fought him about 100 times? Just to be able to kill him once? See, upswing bash, I'll hit nothing. I will just keep showing off the bad version. This is the what not to do section. But yeah, Sword and Shield is pretty much just, you could just spam attacks. It's kind of similar to Dual Blades, except there's one of them. Quite honestly. Now, when I get the very much not seen for quite a while glitchy Jindar, I think that they've fixed it with patches. I just don't think he might be able to. I don't think he'll be able to do it anymore. And I do have more Jindar notes. Well, notes. It's all mentally noted, of course, not actual physical notes. But I've got more notes to point out for the Jindar fight in a second. And yes, I did just block that with dinner plate. Oh, wound into another wound. Right, look. So he's going up the right-hand side. So the tail is this side. If he went up the left-hand side, the tail would be that side where his head currently is. Whatever side he travels up is the side you'll find the tail. You have 3 breaths. Then it destroys the debris. Then on the 4th one, giant frozen pillar. And yes, I did get hit in and then proceeded to get hit by the rubble because I went in too quickly. Because of the dash in thing with the when you unsheath the sword and shield while moving. Back leg. In the last area, Jindar needs to do 2 Frost Breath attacks before it makes its temporary wound. Don't feel too sorry for Jindar Berserk. A lot of people don't like the fight. This is for all the people out there that get stuck and don't know how to deal with Jindar. I'm fairly certain he's about to do his Eclipse, so I've got more notes on Jindar in a second. Ow. I think this is slightly away, but that's fine. Okay, Eclipse. Here is the 3rd way to avoid getting hit. You just teleport back to camp. Unlike previous Monster Hunter titles, you're allowed to teleport back to base regardless. You don't have to have a Farcaster, so you just open up your map and just teleport back. The first way is the intended way when you bring down the ice. The second way is the barrel thing. I'll show off the barrel thing in the 4th phase. But yeah, just in case you didn't know, that's how you do Jin. I mean, you say amazing, Paul, but you saw me do it while I was doing the when I was doing the naked Jindar run. So you've seen me do that plenty of times. I get you're trying to glaze me up to make me look good in front of Berserker, and I appreciate the moral support though. The barrel, yeah, I'll show off the barrel Berserk. I'm giving you the other two options how to avoid the Jindarhard explosion, basically. So that's one of them. You teleport back. The other one I'll show you when the time comes. Chest. Ow. I was too close. Yeah, look at all that excess damage. The way you teleport, so true. So true, portable. Go, new area. You haven't seen that before. Have you not? Also, with Jindarhard, when it breaks this and goes down, if you're quick enough, you can jump down and actually hit him on his way through. I was a little slow there, but you can actually hit him if you follow him immediately down. Have you really not seen me do that before, portable? Fairly certain that's the strat that I had when I was doing the Naked Darhard run. Fairly certain I already had it at that point. Sneak attack. Totally. Ah. Right, see? This time, he's going up this way, so his tail will be here. It's always the side he goes up is the side that the tail's on. And no, I never look at my character when I'm doing this, I always look at the rock to be able to see which way his head's going. Very rarely do I look at my character when I'm doing that. Ha! Get out of here. Get out of here, you wily scamp. And yes, when you see the ice come out, if it's at the back of his body, you know it's going to just come from the center. If it starts coming out from the chest, you know to back away towards the back legs. So it's either move away or move behind, contextually speaking. Depth perception, don't fail me. Nice. Okay, hold on. He's doing the thing. Here we go. Here's his way too. You put down a bomb. Then when you see the stuff come down, right? Skudoosh, bang. There you go. That's option 2. You use a barrel and hit yourself as the explosion's about to hit in, and then you stay on the floor. You don't have to immediately get up after getting knocked down, so you use the fact that you're on the floor as an advantage. Which is why I said that teleporting is option number 3. So there you go. 2 extra ways on top of the conventional bring down the ice to block Jindarhard, which is why I don't really use the ice chunks for anything other than dealing damage to Jin where appropriate, if I'm even bothering with them. As I say, we'll run through Longsword on the run after this. Do you want me to just do another Jindarhard with a Longsword? Or do you want to see something different? Is there a specific fight you want to see Berserk with the Longsword? Or are you happy for me to just do this again? Remember hind legs for the slam? I hate the hitbox on the oh sorry, I loathe the hitbox on that on its back. They never feel like they're correct. You want to see training area? That's fine. I can go into training area and run through it. I'll once again show off perfect rush. So you attack, and when you can backstep, you charge yourself up for a second, go leaping slash, then you lead into perfect rush. It dealt minimal damage there because I attacked a metal part that makes you deal 1 hit point damage per attack, but otherwise in a regular scenario it's pretty good. Okay, so yeah, we'll do longsword in training area rather than an actual hunt, and I'll run through as much as I can for you. Again, Jin slam, back legs. Nice. Okay. Doesn't matter what sword and shield I put on, and it doesn't matter what loadout we got. I'll just run through. To be fair, it might be worth me running through it in a... whatever, we'll just do training arena, and I'll explain extra bits where possible. I might do a follow-up fight versus the monster so you can see some more of it in action though. Hey 765, nice to have you here, buddy. My day's been just fine, thank you for asking. Hope yours is going well too. So you join me 765 as I'm about to give a longsword tutorial, then I'll probably be bunking off for the night, just letting you know. So training arena, where's the training arena again? Here, right? I actually don't remember. I swear to God, I have not been in it in Wilds yet. To my memory. So it might well be that we see a cutscene or something silly. I don't even know what it looks like, honestly. Training area. When training area, your melee effects remain active and other temporary statuses will reset. Perfect. Don't care. We're just here to teach longsword. There you go. The cutscene for the arena. If you want any more undeniable proof I've not been here yet, this is it. Not that it matters if I had been here or not, did it? I preferred the training arena in Rise, honestly, because they gave you like a... They gave you like an actual monster. So, longsword. Its main function is stabbing and thrusting. So, underneath the sharpness, you can see a gauge which is filling up and is now full. Once it's full, you can do the combo known as Spirit Blade. You can see the controls on the screen. If you replace R2 with RT if you're on Xbox. If you're on PC, double check your controls because I don't know. And you'll notice that as we complete the combo, the gauge around the sword icon is building up, so it's now yellow. So when I do it once more, it's now red. Red is the maximum gauge level. So when you've got maximum gauge level, your combos can be a little bit quicker and your attacks hit a little harder. You use... Yeah, it's white, then yellow, then red. Then from here, if I leave this long enough... Sorry, I'm going right from basics here, Berserk, so I can cover as many different bases for you as possible. Come on, Gage, run out. So if you're fighting and you don't reset the red gauge, and you just so happen to have it run out, it goes back to yellow. And now you'll notice the yellow is starting to degrade to go back to white. So you get the premise. You'll eventually lose all your levels, naturally. So you either want to do the occasional spirit round slash, or other moves which I'll show you to keep yourself at red gauge. So your weapon starts weak and gains strength based on the spirit gauge levels. That is the premise of how longsword works. Basically put. Right, that's the basic functions of how the longsword functions. Let's move in a little bit into the next bits. So, use of spirit gauge. You can see on the screen where it says R2 and triangle, spirit thrust. I can use an attack that slices into an enemy. Red is the strongest, yep. If I do the same attack in yellow, I can do the same attack in white. Every time I do it, you'll notice that the damage gets less. Or is it because my sharpness just went down? No, my sharpness didn't go down. I was always at white. Hold on. Let's check this. But yeah, typically it should be that the damage is less. Can I show you how my longsword works? Sorry, mine's just a short sword. So, white gauge. Let's just make sure that I was previously correct. Yes, the damage is less in each level of spirit gauge. And you'll notice that because I've used it, we're back down to no gauge. Again, I want to do a fight so I can show you some more stuff about the longsword so you can see how it melds. But that's the basic premise. You gain spirit gauge levels. A lot of people try to play so that they keep the final spirit gauge level. I personally like mixing it up for reasons that I'll show in an actual fight, because there's multiple ways to charge this gauge. So at the moment, you're seeing, I'm going to show you some extra stuff as much as possible before we go into a fight. So you can see, we're now back up to red spirit gauge. At the red spirit gauge, if I do a spirit thrust, I can then do a follow-up attack when it connects. Let's make it connect. So, in, and then we get Spirit Release Slash. The Spirit Release Slash, if you notice, we're down to white, because the Spirit Release Slash is a secondary special attack. So overall, it does 2 levels. Now, let me just drop back down to no Spirit Gauge real quick. I've got some extra little stuff to show you. So, at no Spirit Gauge, you know how you do a jump attack off a ledge, and then you just press, your triangles or your circles. Well, with the longsword, with R2, you also do an attack, but bear that attack in mind and compare it to this. You'll notice I got a little more air and a second swing. Let's go yellow gauge. Little more air again, and we keep the second swing. Now, in the red gauge, it's very different. It's a third swing. And you get a little more maneuverability as to which direction that you're jumping in as a result. I think that they've nerfed this, because normally you jump further forward, but yes. So basically, jump attacks in the final gauge level, which are done with the Spirit Blade attack, give you a third slice, basically. How longsword feat functions It is a weapon that presses the attack. The idea is a bunch of fancy long stringing combos. When a monster attacks you, the best thing to do is a foresight slash. Let's drop to yellow or white. It doesn't really matter. So, as the monster's attacking you, we'll counter like that. You can counter rules with this attack. If you connect the attack, you gain a sword level. I need to show this in a fight. But basically, if I build up the inside gauge, then I go for a counter, look at the inside yellow gauge of the sword. It loses itself. But if a counter's successful and you hit with the tip, if you hit with the sword, even if it's just the tip, you'll get a whole level of spirit gauge. Let's go into a fight and I'll try and show it off. If there's anything you want me to recover or try to explain better, please let me know and I'll do my best. I will also try to explain as the fight's going on to give you an idea as we're doing it. I'll probably do this as Jin Dahad as well, just so you get an apples to apples comparison. Is this the ice build? Or do I set the fire? Go. The counter, you saw the first one when I did it by accident, like I didn't want to do it. That one is the quicker form of counter. So when your gauge is at the red level, level 3, you actually have a quicker counter. Personally, I prefer the standard counter. It's what I'm more used to. Let's go back into Tempered Jin Dahad so you can see the comparison in the two fights, I suppose. Yeah, a lot of people like Weeb Stick because it's flash. And then, like, the top 1% of longsword players are really something else. Jin Dahad, the punching bag. Absolutely. So, sneak attack. Don't worry, I know that my thing is going down. So, to go into a counter, you need to have already had an attack go on. I was too early. I avoided the raw, but I didn't get the gauge off it. That's fine. See, so you can still avoid stuff with it, but you need to be on the fine point of the thing. So if I go here, counter, invulnerable, spirit gauge up, into a sheath. There we go. I mean, I know I just lost the gauge and I shouldn't have really attacked with that, but you can see the premise of how it works. I know it's very quick, but let's also show this part off. So you can see, let's go back up to white. The gauge once again rebuilds to the top. I'll counter this attack. I missed with the attack as the counter, so I didn't get the extra gauge level that time. So that's an example where you need to land the sword attack to go up the next level. So you can, just by dodging a couple times, go straight into your red gauge. Like, immediately. Immediate level 3 kind of deal. Yep. Basically, the counter has iframes, and quite a lot of them. If you do the counter too early, you do, of course, take damage. Also, sometimes it's worth doing the counter to put yourself into an attack. Like just then, when he was doing that freeze attack, I tried to do the counter to move myself into the ice. Some attacks have got multiple hit points, like that one. So because that attack hits more than once, I would have been able to have countered the first part of it, but the second part would have made me get hit anyway. Yes, I'm intentionally doing some of this stuff so you can see how it all works. That wasn't intentional. That was just me staying by a foot for too long. And much like every other weapon, you can use focus mode to determine where you're hitting with the longsword. And with the focus mode, it actually can change how your spirit roundhouse slash, the spirit slashes work. So with Spirit Blade, if I'm aiming backwards from my reticle, you can see I hop backwards. If I slice forward, and then forward again, you can see it does a different animation entirely. It's also true when you're not aiming down a reticle, but even then, you get slightly different attacks if you're in focus mode versus not. So the spirit slashes can all look different, but they all do fairly similar damage. You're not exactly missing out by doing it one way and not another way. So up we go. Oops, missed. Also, when I said that counter has iframes, so does this. Spirit Release Slash. Spirit Release Slash has iframes while you're doing the animation. I mean, you can still take... Okay, it's not invulnerable, it just makes it that you can't be knocked down or anything out of the animation. It basically just makes it so your animation can carry on and just work. Unless you get hit for enough damage to die while you're trying to execute it. It's also slightly more lenient as to how close you need to be to the monsters to deal damage. Like, it's got more of a range than what the normal main attack does. As for the with a monster, I can show you now. The focus attack of Longsword, you just poke your stick into the into the thing, and depending on which way you move the directional pad depends on what the animation is for that too. Also, focus strikes. Let me lose some focus levels, spirit levels. Go back down to white. When I perform a focus attack, that too gains me a spirit level, so you can see I'm up to yellow from the spirit attack. So yeah, the focus strikes look cool, but they're, again, so some classes really benefit from being able to do focus strikes. The Doot Sticks ones are okay. The Switch Axe ones are very useful because it allows you to safely and easily charge up your modes. The Charge Blade, when you do focus attack with Charge Blade, gives you Savage Axe mode. So Charge Blade is one of the higher priorities of people you want to be able to do the actual focus attack. None of the ranged weapons really need to do it. Your archers can do it as a form of support to CC the monster, but that's just because they can attack it from a range over anything else. What other weapons was it important in? Yeah, it's important in Longsword because you get the spirit gauge level. Greatsword, meh. Greatswords don't need to focus attack. Nor the dual blades. You can see what I mean. There's like a priority list for who you should, which members of your team should be the ones to focus attack when you're in a team. Obviously solo, who cares? It's just you. But sometimes if you're playing in a team, it's worth noting what weapons your team are using as to who would do best for the focus attack. Insect glaives should also get high priority because you get all of your colours when you complete a successful focus attack. And did you just see there? I countered the roar. It gave me a spirit gauge level. So whenever a monster roars, you can Foresight Slash to stop yourself from being stunned from the roar, but also to get a spirit gauge level. So always bear that in mind. You can counter roars. Ow. I moved a bit too far forward. I still hit him. Fairly certain. I just should have been further back. I got too... what's the word? I got too zealous. Ambitious. Tail swipe. And also in this fight, yes, I'll once again show off the ways to escape Jin Darhard. just so you can see that they weren't flukes. So yeah, Spirit Thrust, Spirit Helm, into Spirit Release Slash. It's not actually the optimal way to play. You can counter roars, yep. The longsword can counter roars. If you've been using longsword and putting in earplugs, take it out. You can do a little stab, a little thrust into a foresight slash. You do have to do an attack to get into foresight slash mode, but if it's a little thrust, you should have the time to do that before the roar goes off. I need to do this. But yes, you can counter roars. And, fun little tidbit, if there was other dead monsters in this level right now, I could charge up my spirit gauge level on dead monsters. We'll go into a random map and I'll show that off so you can see. Because that's a fact that not every... That's a little fact that carries over that not a lot of people know necessarily. There's a lot of cool little class mechanic features that you wouldn't think about. Like how Charge Blade can actually charge up its files from their allies attacking their shield. Charge Blade user sits in shield mode, just guard. Your ally attacks the shield, they gain files. So you can preemptively charge. Of course, Duke Stick, you can charge your notes anywhere. Excuse me, game. Let me open up the map. Out we go. There you go. Even in the most dire situation just there, where it was knocking me back and knocking me around, even last second I was able to open up the map and teleport. Of course that means I now have to travel back, but it's a useful thing to acknowledge as a desperate times kind of thing. Quite honestly.
Supply items have come in from the guild.
Also note that you can of course just teleport during any fight. If there's a monster standing in front of you, it's nearly killed you but it's exhausted and you've got the time to teleport, just teleport back to base. Get your healing resources back. As usual, make 2 wounds. Because you use 1 to finish off the mount, and the other 1 can be for anyone else on the team. Hello Leo, welcome, welcome. You literally join as I'm about to finish up for the night. I'm just giving Berserk here a tutorial on how the longsword works. And then I'll be finishing up for the night, I think. See? Just there, I foresight slash, I countered that attack and took none damage. Counter that. Didn't get hit. Another spirit gauge level. Focus attack. Further one. No, it's got an update. Yes, it did, Leo. I've played precisely 1 game earlier. I can't say I am particularly a big fan of it, quite honestly. All the layers of stuff and then the aliens land and I don't know. That feels a bit too much at this point. I liked it for its simplicity. Don't get me wrong, it'll still be fine. But I do prefer the plasma cannon over the ray gun. See, once again, foresight the raw. You picked up the alien class. Good job. I'm still saving up for the assassin, honestly. The new classes don't change anything for me. Again, Jindahad went up this side, so the tail's here. I'll probably go to the head side, though. Because I've already taken off the tail earlier. Let's just bop the head a little bit. You bought diamonds with Robux to get the alien class. Ah, okay. Fair enough. Grinding diamonds in 99 Nights takes forever. They really do just go, hey, buy your diamonds, don't worry about playing the game for them. Oh, I shouldn't have done a tier 1, but oh well. We're in. counter the raw. No, sorry, counter the jaw. As long as the sword hits on the attack, then you'll get your next spirit gauge level. So there are times where you counter, but you miss with the sword, so it doesn't give you your spirit gauge level. Ow. That's unfortunate. He'll do another ice attack. Okay, I was going to try countering that, but I was just a bit too late to the punch. Sounds like you've done well, Leo. Well done. There's a mothership attack, is there? Well, looks like I've got some stuff to do on my next... Your red still goes if you don't connect. Yep. But if you sheath... Hold on. Let me show you this. So we're at yellow right now. If I spirit thrust, but cancel in the air... Okay, I got hit there, so that was not a great example. Stop trying to hit me, Jindar Hardwood. I'm trying to give somebody a tutorial, damn it. So if I sheath in the air, it won't use spirit gauge level. I'm still at yellow. Also, if I quickly mount Musubi... I'll show you the jump attacks again. So spirit gauge level 2, 2 swings. You can even you can still do the jump attacks off your Sekirei as normal, as expected. Once again, countered the raw there. Which is why you didn't see me get thingied. And see, you're not invincible there, but you are knockback immune. Right. Barrel. Again, it can be a regular barrel or a mega barrel. I just don't carry anything other than megas. It's going to go bang. I'm just going to sit here on the floor. I did that a little bit earlier, so you can see this time. A little better. And if you do it right next to Jindar, look, he has a temp wound when he does that attack. So you can hit that. See, slam attack, back legs. Or further, just back legs as you ram threshold. Oops. And again, because layer 4, so 2 ice breaths. Okay, roll. Don't play with me. Roll. Just don't work. Mission failed. Actually, no, that was a task failed successfully. And then he would have had the temp wound on his head if I hadn't recently got rid of the one on his chest from the Eclipse result. I believe you'll find if you have the skill Power Prolonger, your charge in your longsword goes quicker. It stays up for longer. So if you need to do this and learn better Berserk to give yourself more time, equip Power Prolonger in your build until you get used to the longsword mechanics. But you can see that the rate at which it naturally decays isn't too bad. So you can extend the... Oh, didn't quite press that in time. But then again, it's further proof that the previous ones I had actually countered. See? Connected, connected. Yeah, Power Prolonger is useful. Always use it if you're learning a weapon. Because it gives you longer time with your, charge blades, switch axe, longsword, dual blades, insect glaive. Honestly, I feel that Power Prolonger is best on charge blade and switch axe. Charge blade and switch axe are the ones to go for Power Prolonger. And now I'll quickly show you the thing about the dead monsters thing. And then I'll probably end stream for today. Nice, nice, very nice, Caesar-chan. Right. So, let's just go out into the wild, and I'll find something and kill it. Small monster, big monster, who cares? I'll just take it on. Also, just so you can see, I'm not trying to flex it, but yeah, you can see I've hunted quite a few Jindahads, so you can see why I'm used to the fight. How many Lagiacruses have I done now? 15. Okay. A quarter of my Jindahads. Let's take one of these small guys, and I'll show you what I mean. Don't think that they'll change this anytime soon. They haven't done for years on the other games. So, we have a dead dude. White gauge. I can continue attacking. Yellow gauge. Basically, if ever you've had a weapon and you've randomly had extra sharpness disappear and you don't know why, it's probably because you hit corpses. And yeah, look at that. Red sword gauge. I can't do Spirit Blade. But yes, it works on dead bodies to increase your stuff. Same for the dual blades Archdemon mode. Same for... Was there something else I was going to mention? Oh yeah, same for the Switch Axe's sword mode. The axe form for Swax, you can just do it any time. You just swing your axe and then just slam it down. You can get wild axe mode at any time. It's the sword mode, but yeah. See, and I'm running out of gauge. We let it drop to yellow. Again, this is just for demonstration purposes. Let's charge it back up. Back to red. So there you go. That's as much as I can think to show you about the longsword. Is there anything you wanted me to recover, Berserk? Or do you want me to go and do another fight as an example? Or is that okay for now and I can answer future questions after you've had your own play with it? Because to be fair, sometimes you just need to have a go with the weapon to familiarise or re-familiarise yourself, don't you? I can't think of anything else I've not covered. Oh, if you're playing with the longsword, right? Here's a trick. This is quite useful. If you haven't done this already, I'd recommend you do it anyway, just because it's so much better. On the options menu, under controls, disable auto sheath. Auto sheath is awful. Basically, if I enable it right now, right? Let's say we're in a fight and I'm just dodging the monster's attacks, keeping myself nice and, you know, prim, proper and alive. The weapon goes away. I can no longer randomly thrust to go into counter mode. Let's put on disable auto sheath. So now I'm running around. I'm dodging the monster to and fro. And now anytime I want, I can just go straight into Foresight Slash. So auto sheath, I would recommend disabling if you're going for... There you go. Okay, chicken. Fine, we'll take you on as well. We're here. We're here. It's here. Let's go. And yes, I'm taking on chicken with a fire longsword. Doesn't make too much of a difference here. What does make a difference is the fact that I'm not even really doing anything right now and failing hard. Just defeated 2 gem pen for Jinjahads on the trot with absolutely no problems. Nearly dies to fire chicken. Ow. Too early? Way too early? So yeah, I normally err on the cautious side when it comes to using sword, and I just throw out random counters like that. But hey, getting the foresight, risking the gauge to get the counters is worth it. You don't actually need any current level of your sword to go for counters. You can get it at 0 energy on the inside built up. That's what's so great about it. See, the Spirit Release Slash is so cool. All that excess damage, etc. is so nice. Stumble, but that wasn't quite the... There you go. That's it. Off with your tail, chicken. Ow. Excuse me? That's not very nice. I also love that Chemitress even makes the sounds of a chicken. Like, they literally just took chicken sound effects and just added it in. Piss off, Sir Aegis. I've got bigger fish to fry right now. Oh, it moved really far. Good job, chicken. Okay. Fairly certain I hit counter, but no worries, no worries. I'm still determined to wrap up the chicken. In before I failed this investigation of a Chemitress. The world's first loss to a Chemitress. Right here. Ooh, I should have gone a little bit further there. It is nearly dead though. It's not that far off from flatlining. You do have to be a little bit careful with your spacing with longsword. Step yourself a little bit further back than what you think you need. Which is why I missed that focus attack right there. Not the Spirit Helm Breaker just now, but the previous focus attack. But I was too close to the Chemitress and went past it. Chemitress is hella cool looking. Yeah, it's not bad. Alrighty. Nice. And with that, I'll officially call the end of the stream here. A little bit of a slow chicken, but oh well, it's what it is. So, as always, shout outs to Portable, Matt, Berserk, and Leo. And thank you to everyone else who came by to watch. Tomorrow's stream will be Roblox, I think. We'll do it tomorrow rather than Sunday. Yeah. Be kind of a evening jobby. Afternoon to evening jobby, I think. Thanks for the stream. Well, thank you for being here, Berserk. It's been an honour and a pleasure. So, peace and love all. Hopefully catch you soon.